This is Gerardo Del Real live from the 2025 Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. Joining me today for an overdue catch-up is the CEO of Valkea Resources, Mr. Chris Donaldson. Chris, great to see you.
Always fun to catch up.
How are you?
Things are good. Definitely a good market right now, and even better than it was a year ago, where we were just starting to see things improve, and I think we're in full swing right now.
You're being a bit modest, record high gold prices, so better than a bit good or a bit better. Look, the last time that we caught up publicly, we were discussing a potential financing, a potential raise. You had some good hits, some high grade, some bulk tonnage, and we're really just kind of working to kind of put together the geology and really understand the structures, right? Yeah. And we chatted about you having to raise some money to be able to advance that and move that forward. And all you've done since then is raise the money, raise the share price, and it looks like you're starting to get a really good handle on those structures and that geology. And by the way, you're operating in an area in Finland, which was just named the best mining jurisdiction in the world. So you have a lot going.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're pretty pleased. And you know, starting with the financing, we raised a little over $4 million and closed in June. Able to get Michael Gentili in as a cornerstone investor. In fact, we have 4 guys now who each have 9.9%. So we still have a very tight structure for what we have, which really helps. But also, these guys they like the story, and you know, they're not in and out. And so we started drilling, and so I think we've got about 3,000 meter program going. We're on to our 3rd hole now. We haven't set anything off for assays yet, but we'll get those in probably 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. And yeah, really exciting. You know, it's a good time to be putting out good results in this market for sure. And then Finland itself is hot, right? Number 1 jurisdiction, as you mentioned, by the Fraser Institute. And our particular area, which is northern Finland, in the Lapland, it's unique, right? Right next to us, we've got, of course, the Kittilä mine, which is owned by Agnico Eagle, and that's the largest gold producer in all of Europe, right? And then Kinross is on the other side of us, and they've got an exploration play. Just south of us, we've got B2 Gold, and then probably the best story, or one of the best stories over the last 5-10 years, has been Rupert Resources, and they're 50 kilometers away. So it's an area certainly that majors want to be in. So if we're able to prove out what we have, and we definitely know we're in a system. There's lots of gold there. We're just trying to get a handle on the structure, and like you said, we're getting a better idea of that. We've relogged a bunch of core, and of course, the more drilling you have, the better understanding you have of that. So if we do hit something, I think we're going to be really, really well positioned. And we have, as an explorer, we have the dominant land position in that area.
When it comes to that belt specifically, there's certain types of rocks that are critical for hosting that gold mineralization, similar to some of those other major deposits that are nearby. Yeah. There's you and a couple of other companies that were really strategic and methodical in locking down a lot of ground when not a lot of people were looking. Yeah. And we're starting to see discoveries being rewarded in the market in pretty significant fashion. We haven't seen that in years. Yeah. How confident do you feel that you're drilling into at least the right rock package? And I hate to ask how the rocks look, but you should have an idea of what you're seeing, right?
Yeah, and great question. I mean, it's a greenstone belt, which are known to house, multiple million plus ounce resources around the world. We started looking at projects 3 years ago. I wouldn't be able to get this package that I had today, like not even close, or not even for close to the amount that we paid for it. So we're really quite fortunate to have that. And yeah, we're seeing long sections of what we'll call lower grade. So you might get 65 meters at 1.5 grams, and then some really high grade intercepts in there, like 4 meters at 18 grams. Yeah. And what's the signature of Kittilä and Ikari, which is Rupert, is they both started open pit, or proposing to start open pit and then moving underground, which obviously helps with the capex and the ability to actually build out a mine. And we're seeing that in everything we're drilling. So what stage are we at? We know we're in a system. We've hit everything we've ever drilled has hit gold, but we need to get visibility on do we have 1 million plus ounces?
Sure.
And I think at the end of this program, we'll have a pretty good idea, maybe another one about this size. And I'm very fortunate if we get something in there. And, you know, there's a lot of activity happening in the area. Agnico, people were wondering, are they going to commit to this area or not? They've re-upped with Rupert and have taken a bigger percentage. So that's, you know, they want an area play there. Like I said, we're adjacent to them as well, and we've got those other players that are there. So if we can prove out a significant resource, we'll be well positioned. If we don't do it ourselves, I'm sure there'll be a taker in the end.
Where's the market cap roughly?
We're about 25, 30 million, depending on the day. We had a really good run here a couple of months ago, and you know, guys have made money off the financing and so on. So everybody's done pretty well. But you know, this is just the beginning. I think after this campaign and the next, you know, we're going to see a significant leg up.
There you go, Chris Donaldson, folks. Thank you for your time, sir.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good to see you.